bonfire, I wrapped my arms around myself to provide some warmth. It's not winter, but I guess there's 12 months of winter in Halusia. Woof, Anastasia came out of blue and sat beside me, rubbing her palms together. Did you set this bonfire? I nodded at her question, remembering how much blood, sweat, and tears I had to shed for setting this fire. Thanks, I was going to do this. She smiled, shrugging her shoulders. After a few minutes, I decided to ask, breaking silence. What do you know about third state? She looked at me. You are planning to go there, right? She said. Yeah, kind of, I uttered. Well, even if I have never been in third state, I still know pretty much about there. She continued. As you have probably been knowing that we live in first state, which is also capital of Halusia among all three states. Third state is the last land of Halusia. After that, there is a border of human world and our world. There are nobles who take care of third state and second state, and those two nobles and both states come under Lord Kim. Now I am understanding the geography of this place. That's all what I know, she said. Thanks. It means I have to travel to third state now, as there is border. I know there is no way crossing that border line to enter in human world, but still I'll find some way. Good luck. Hope you will reach third state without any harm, Anastasia said. I swing my bag, hanging it freely over my right shoulder. Thanks, and you too. And yes, don't forget what I said about Witchland. They are dangerous. I nodded and hugged her. Goodbye, she smiled and started walking away. I signed, then turned, facing an untraveled way. Let's go. So there I stood, no clue about any surroundings in a place I had never have been before. Being in a forest all alone with nothing but a barely sharp pocket knife is a bad place to be, but I had no choice in the matter. Alright, I mumbled, taking deep breaths. I'm accepting I'm lost. Perhaps I took wrong way, signed. I sat on a big rock, looking structure, face palming myself. My legs are giving up and I'm so much thirsty that I can't even drink blood at this point. Damn, this never-ending forest, I cried, looking around myself for some help. Wait, is someone there or am I having hallucinations now? I quietly jogged up and hid behind a hardwood. Oh man, who's that lady? Seems like she's chanting. Suddenly she turned, peeping at my direction. Holy Christ, does she have eyes behind her? Who's there? I gurgled. Her stern voice was enough for me to shiver. As I got her in her view, she frowned, raising an eyebrow. Bloodless lips on her pale skin, emerald eyes, sharp features, which is further complemented by her gothic attire. She is indeed beautiful. Bold of a human to come in Witchland. Her words left me stunned. She knows I'm human, and this is freaking Witchland. How do you know? She scoffed. We have some special abilities which a vampire doesn't have. But what brings you here? I bite my lower lip. I guess now I have to spill truth to save myself. Believe me, I was not willing to come here. It was just an accident and I wanna go back to my world. I said in one breath. I think I'm lost and I need to go to bed. She didn't utter a single word, eyeing me consciously. And what made you think I believe you? That was the single sentence she said after hearing my sob story. Listen, please don't sacrifice me by doing your witchcraft or rituals, and I can't survive the pain of feeling thousands of needles on my skin. She laughed out at my hurtly pleasance. Alright, I got it. You indeed a human who lost hair. I sighed in relief. Would you help me to reach second state? I mean, you don't seem like those creepy old witches. I sounded nervous. She paused for a couple of seconds, then spoke. Come with me. I'm Vian, Sabrina McQueen, and here we are, my home. I looked weirdly at the creepy exterior. Never mind, I breathed out. Crap, I thought voodoo dolls and skulls would be hanging on roof. I looked around, but everything seems too normal. Stereotype, she exclaimed. You know, vampires said that witches are too dangerous, that's why they never cut hair. I wondered why Anastasia said that they are unsafe. She doesn't seem scared. Probably what they told you about us is right. Huh, really? If you had made a witch other than me here, maybe your blood would have been used in some ritual at this time. Then why did you decide to help me? I questioned. Well, in our community, most of the ones worships demonic or satanic energies. Lucky for you, I ain't one of them. I have never been this overwhelmed, I admitted. So, how did you got her? I cutted her words. Sorry for interrupting, but could you please bring me some water, please? Seriously, you thought you can enter in your world just by crossing borders? She frowned, questioning me. Then what else do I have to do? I questioned back. Let me tell you, that border is not just wide fencing. There are only two ways to cross. First way is teleportation and second way is that you need Tenebris Anima. What? I confusedly asked. A book which was written around more than 2000 years ago and no one knew who wrote that book. I don't know why, but it sounds interesting. Tenebris Anima, a Latin word which means dark soul. You can find the way to teleport. Some chant, I guess. I don't know much about it. Where can I find that book? Asked I. Half a mile away there is this castle. No one dared to go there because of a cruel witch who has been living there since hundreds of years. You are saying I have to go in there? I gulped. That's the only way, she said. I took a deep breath, calming myself. Look, it's gonna be dark very soon. I guess you should leave from the castle. My eyes looked up at the stone pathway leading to her castle. I felt my legs shake at every step I had. And I almost wanted to collapse the moment I stood in front of the gated door. Damn, these sounds of walls are only making my situation worse. I gulped a huge lung, entered with leisure steps. I can hear my each footstep making loud noise in the silence. Is anyone here? I tried to sound confident, but my eyes barely failed. Getting silence in reply, I proceed my steps further. I even forget the countings of how many castles I saw in this place. I stopped facing a huge wooden staircase, but I can still hear footsteps behind me. It's someone behind me. I turned, but strangely no one was there. But footsteps are still constant, which was freaking me out. I subconsciously rushed on the stair. I stopped breathing heavily, probably in a hallway which was so artistic, but I have no time to admire my surroundings. My eyes eventually fell on a wall painting. My eyes stuck on it. Each detail is so aesthetic. I have no idea what is it trying to depict. Perhaps demonic energy in human. I stayed for too long, but the skull bent a little in front of my eyes. My breath hitched. Calm down, she's just trying to scare. Relax, I murmured. Your Highness, seems like a guest has arrived. An extremely handsome man sat and bowed in front of his empress. She hummed in satisfaction. Well, now you can leave, Jane. The male left. A smirk made its way to her lips. Human, interesting.